Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of integrated marketing communication. Most especially, we'll uncover how businesses join forces through IMC to create powerful, consistent brand messages that truly stick with their audience. So, let's jump in and explore how this structure drives modern marketing strategies. Before we go to this structure, let me just remind everyone of our previous discussion on IMC, that IMC is more than just advertising. It's a collaborative strategy ensuring that all marketing efforts, from digital ads to public relations, work together, delivering one clear and compelling message to the audience. This approach helps businesses build stronger, lasting relationships with their customers. And of course, the main framework for IMC to successfully lead a business when it comes to generating much reach in terms of customers or consumers is actually the so-called industry structure. There are five components to this. The IMC industry stands on five interconnected pillars. First, we have the advertisers. These are those who fund marketing campaigns and define the messaging goals. Don't worry, later on you'll get to know what these advertisers are all about and what are the different types of advertisers. Next is agencies. This refers to the professional teams that create and manage marketing campaigns for advertisers. Media, of course, is next. This refers to channels or platforms that deliver marketing messages to target audiences. Suppliers, on the other hand, are companies providing supporting services like research, production, and or consulting. Of course, last but not least, technology. For a company to succeed, especially in marketing or in delivering its brand message, it needs tools. And these tools and systems enhance marketing efficiency and analysis. Don't worry, we'll break down these five types or five components of the industry structure. Each component, by the way, plays a distinct role, yet they rely on one another to craft and deliver effective marketing messages. So let's dive into each one of these and see what each component offers, so that as you create or produce or design an integrated marketing communication portfolio for your chosen local business or company, you'd be able to pinpoint what type of advertisers, agencies, media, suppliers, technology you're going to leverage on. Let's start first with advertisers. Now, advertisers are the core of the IMC process. Advertisers are the driving force, in other words, behind IMC. They provide the budget and define the goals for marketing communication efforts. Now, this include all types of advertisers, by the way. Speaking of the types of advertisers, these are the following. We have, of course, consumer advertisers. These consumer advertisers target everyday people with products and services. Think of Coca-Cola's heartwarming commercials or Nike's empowering Just Do It campaigns. Both Coca-Cola and Nike happen to be consumer advertisers. They're here to connect directly with us, the consumers. The next type is what we call the B2B, or the business to business, or the business to business or B2B advertisers. They're also known to be as business to business marketing. Companies like Salesforce provide software to streamline operations, or even Intel. I believe you're all familiar with Intel. which supplies processors to computer manufacturers. Now, both Salesforce and Intel focus on helping other businesses succeed. Another one is government or government advertisers. They promote public services and policies. For example, we have the United States Army's recruitment campaign, uh, which is Be All You Can Be. Or here in the Philippines, during the pandemic, the Department of Health had a very strong advocacy run for 2 or 3 years, I think, that focuses on leading and encouraging people to be vaccinated or to get vaccinated. The nonprofit advertisers come next. They're driven by charitable, social, or educational causes, such as Red Cross. And if we talk about Red Cross, they have that blood donation drive that happens to run or has been running rather for so many years since the inception of the Red Cross and as it spread all throughout the world. Lastly, we have advocacy advertisers that aim to influence public opinion or inspire behavior change. Campaigns like the one from PETA or People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, they actually have these ads or bold animal rights ads that are designed to spark awareness and action. Each type of advertisers or each of these types of advertisers, by the way, plays a crucial role in shaping the way we think, act, and engage with the world around us. So all of these types of advertisers happen to influence all of our needs every day. And these types of advertisers also need the help of agencies. So, in this case, what do agencies do? It's a good question to ask, right? Well, agencies act as partners to advertisers. They offer expertise in creative development, media buying, branding, and public relations. There are different types of agencies too. First, we have the full service agency. Full service agencies handle everything from start to finish. And in this case, they handle strategies, creatives, media buying, public relations, and digital marketing for any kind or any type of company. It could be a small or big company, it could be even a corporation. Here are examples of full service agencies. We have the Ogilvy. They have offices around the world, by the way. And Ogilvy, as as an agency, they help develop brand strategies, create ads, handle social media. They even buy ad spaces and even manage PRs for so many companies around the world. In the Philippines, we have one of the largest and most awarded advertising agencies, and it's called Publicis Jimenez Basic. They offer services in advertising, media planning, and digital marketing. So, if your company needs the help of a full service agency because it needs help across all concerns or areas, then a full service agency can be of great help or assistance to your chosen local business or company. It's a different case when you talk about focused agency. Now, this type specializes in crafting the visual and messaging components of campaigns like logos, slogans, and ad designs. In the international landscape, we have Droga 5 as an example of a creative focused agency. And they actually are known for the creative campaigns for Under Armour. Perfect example is this one, Rule Yourself. In the Philippines, we have Gigil, which is an independent agency recognized for its bold and award-winning creative campaigns, such as the Basta campaign for RC Cola. I think all of you have seen their TV advertisements, which a lot of people, even people outside the country, have actually gotten to know and find quite weird. But this is the brand of Gigil. They actually create very unique advertisements for so many brands in the country. So that's what creative focused agencies are all about. So they specialize in crafting visuals and messaging components of campaigns for companies. Media buying agencies cater to a different kind of need. They focus on where and when ads should appear, like TV, radio, digital, or print ads, and they ensure the best reach. That means how many consumers or target consumers or customers will be reached by the strategic placement of these ads. And of course, they want to make sure that any company that asks for their services and assistance would experience cost efficient, um, kind of help. Examples of a media buying agency uh, internationally, we have Mindshare. They strategize ad placements for companies like Unilever and Ford, and they ensure that ads hit the right audience. Mindshare has so many offices around the world too. In the country, we have Convey Asia, which specializes in media planning and buying, and they aim to convey the client's beliefs to their target market. So these agencies are more focused on how to help a brand or a company strategically place their ads, whatever type of ads they want to put out there to target, of course, their market. Now we have public relations agency or PR agency. PR agencies, by the way, they help manage a brand's reputation by generating positive media coverage, especially when a company or a brand faces a crisis or crises. So here we have Edelman, a good example of a PR agency that has successfully helped Starbucks at one point rebuilt its reputation after public backlash that took place in 2018. Now, here's the thing with regard to Starbucks and how Edelman helped this huge company, this world renowned company, get back on its feet or got back on its feet. In 2018, Starbucks faced a major backlash when two black men were wrongfully arrested in one of their stores. So, of course, this crisis, a crisis took place when this happened. Naturally, this was the crisis. And this went viral, especially with the help of smartphones and social media apps. To rebuild trust, Starbucks teamed up with Edelman, which is a top PR agency, by the way. And Starbucks took bold, visible action with the help of Edelman. Their CEO issued a sincere apology, and apart from that, they closed over 8,000 stores for racial bias training, and they maintained open, honest communication with customers and communities since then. Edelman, in other words, helped Starbucks shift the narrative from controversy to commitment, focusing on diversity, inclusion, and change. This powerful PR strategy didn't just repair Starbucks' reputation, it made them a symbol of accountability and growth, proving that with the right approach, even the worst crisis can become opportunities for transformation. An example of a PR agency that is also known in the country is Brandcom. This company has helped so many brands. This agency rather has helped so many brands in the country uh, in maintaining their positive reputation, especially considering the fact that in the age of social media, it's easy for people to spot a flaw and amplify it in many ways possible. So PR agencies are now in demand. They're there to help brands to maintain really good names for the years to come. Next, we have digital marketing agency. Now, this type of agency happens to be an expert in online marketing or digital marketing, from SEO or search engine optimization, pay-per-click or PPC, and email campaigns. Don't worry about these terms. You'll get to know more of this sooner or later. To social media management and content creation. Here's an example. WebEx. WebEx actually is one famous digital marketing agency around the world, and they have helped boost businesses online presence with SEO optimization or search engine optimization. In a nutshell, SEO could be like this. Let me help you visualize this one. So when you talk about SEO or search engine optimization, this refers to how or what words you're supposed to place on your ads on social media and even your website, the landing pages of your website, so that when these words are typed by curious netizens or just those people who are looking for, ideas or information, your company will be the first on the list. So for example, if you'll be looking for cocktail dresses or sexy cocktail dresses from high reputable brands, but with cheap prices. So if you type any of these words, the one that actually appears on top of the list in Google is the one that has actually good SEO optimization. That means that website or maybe that social media page happens to incorporate the right words or the words that you typed in when you were searching for a sexy cocktail dress which you plan to wear at your company conference or perhaps a function, and then want to look for a dress that comes from a reputable brand and it is cheap, not that pricey at all. So that's what SEO optimization is all about. In the country, we have STRAT 360. This is one of the Philippines' fastest growing integrated communications and digital marketing agencies serving clients globally. I have to say, and I'll have to share with you that I also worked for a few digital marketing agencies before for my freelance jobs. I do still do certain projects with a few, but not as often as before. But trust me, digital marketing agencies, they do help in promoting, uh, spreading brand messages of local companies or businesses, and attain good online presence, one that has good reach in terms of the number of consumers or customers that can be reached online, of course. And of course, we have branding agency. When you talk about branding agency, this type of agency is more focused on creating a strong, cohesive brand identity. And they do it by creating logos or rebranding logos, perhaps, or rebranding a company with new logos and color palettes to the overall brand message and positioning. So branding agencies take care of creating a specific type of look for companies. Here's an example of a branding agency. It's called Landor. And Landor, I'm not so sure if you're familiar with FedEx or Federal Express. They actually sought for the help of Landor to rebrand its name by coming up with a new logo. And so Landor creatively, in a very smart move for Federal Express to rebrand its name with having a new logo, with help, of course, of Landor. they came up with this one right now, which has the iconic hidden arrow in the logo. I'm not so sure if you can see it, but let me help you with it. This one here. So this is the hidden arrow. This is considered to be the iconic hidden arrow in the logo, which represents speed and precision. And that's what FedEx stands for and has been maintaining as its reputation for so many years. ArtZap Studio is one type of branding agency that is famous in the Philippines, by the way. It's a boutique agency which is composed of experts in creative branding, content creation, and digital marketing, helping both startups and big brands. Now, for those who are not familiar with boutique agency, a boutique agency is a small specialized agency that focuses on providing personalized, high quality services to a select number of clients. So rather than offering a wide range of services like full service agencies do, what full service agencies do, they just focus on specific concerns or areas of a particular company. So again, rather than offering a wide range of services to a large market, they prefer personalizing and providing personalized and high quality services to just a select number of clients. So they do one client at a time. So those are the different types of agencies that you should know about. Having knowledge on this matter would lead you to identify what type of agency can help your company or business rebrand, or perhaps help perhaps asks for help to maintain its reputation if it's about to get involved in a crisis or a problem or conflict with certain customers and is being blown out of proportions via social media. So agencies are crucial component or a crucial component of the IMC industry structure. Media is another component, by the way. And what's the role of media? Well, they deliver brand messages to target audiences. And I think you're familiar with the word media. But just to clarify, as a component of the IMC industry structure, there are three types of media. We have traditional, digital, hybrid. Media is the channel through which marketing messages are delivered to the audiences or to the audience. So when you talk about traditional media, this refers to TV, radio, newspapers, magazines. They're still widely used, by the way, but digital platforms are growing rapidly. That's why many businesses use a combination of both or hybrid. So most businesses prefer a hybrid approach that maximizes reach and engagement with their consumers. So for your chosen local business or company, you have to decide which of these types of media could work well to their advantage, or which of these types of media you think you can leverage on so as to help your chosen local business or company reach number of consumers, not only within the province, but even perhaps outside, even internationally. So from here, let's move to suppliers, excuse me, which is another component of the IMC industry structure. Now, suppliers provide essential services, by the way. Now, why do we talk about suppliers now? I know for sure some of you might be asking, why are suppliers involved in the communication of a brand message? Okay, let me just clarify this once and for all. Well, when we think about IMC, most of us could easily focus on the big picture strategies like campaigns, messages, and platforms. But actually, the truth is, behind every successful IMC strategy, there's a network of essential suppliers working to make it all happen seamlessly. Why don't we break this down into three key types of suppliers and identify what they bring to the table? Okay, the first one, we have research firms. These are the experts who dive into data, by the way. When you talk about now, research firms, by the way, gather information about target markets, who they are, what they like, and how they behave. So this helps brands make informed decisions. So in other words, for example, if a company wants to launch a new product, a research firm might conduct surveys and focus groups to understand customer needs. And in this way, they can ensure the marketing message hits the right notes. So if your local business needs to know if they have targeted the right consumers, or if not, if their consumers still need to know more about the product that your business is trying to put out there in the market, and they still don't understand what the product is all about, or perhaps the consumer or a prospective consumer needs other things or needs the product to be innovated to meet the needs of the consumer, then a research firm can help a business get this information. So that's the purpose of research firms. Now, when you talk about production companies, these are the creative powerhouses, by the way, and they're responsible for bringing marketing ideas to life. So the fact that they are on the creative side, they help the business or the company create everything from high quality videos, if you talk about TV ads and eye-catching graphics, to radio ads and product photography. So imagine a brand launching a new line of athletic wear, which is a production company. Would a production company could come in and would handle the visually compelling promo video that showcases that company's athletic wear's strength, style, and comfort, making it resonate with the audience. So that's what a production company can do for a company or a business. Finally, we have consultants. Now, these are experts, by the way, seasoned experts to be exact, who offer strategic advice on how to design, execute, and improve marketing campaigns. So, for example, a business perhaps would look into rebranding. Okay, might bring in a marketing consultant. So that company or business could hire a marketing consultant to help refine its messaging and reposition its product or products and ensure every channel from social media to traditional advertising like TV or radio, they all work together smoothly. So together, these three suppliers, research firms, production companies, and consultants form the backbone of a strong IMC strategy. So in summary, research firms provide the insights, production companies deliver the creative, and the consultants guide the strategy. And these three ensure the brand's message is not only heard, but remembered and acted upon. Without these crucial partners, even the most brilliant marketing idea might never reach its full potential. So With your chosen local business or company, as a team, ask yourselves, what exactly are the services that you may need from research firms, production companies, or consultants? Last but not least, we have technology. Now, when you talk about technology, technology is a game changer, no doubt about that, in marketing. They provide automation, data analytics, and artificial intelligence solutions to improve efficiency and campaign performance. Of course, in today's fast-paced marketing world, efficiency is everything. And that's where technology developers come in. They create powerful digital tools that drive programmatic media buying, streamline content management, and unlock deep analytics. This means brands can make smarter decisions faster, reach the right audiences more precisely, and continuously optimize their campaigns, all in real time. So, in other words, if you use technology, these technologies, don't worry, I'll show these types of technologies to you later. When you use all of them, you're not working harder anymore, but you're working smarter. And that's what matters the most in this day and age. Because you'll be the fact that your chosen business and company is in competition with so many others out there. Your chosen business or company should position itself as the first. And one of the ways to do that is to use a specific technology that can help position your chosen business or company at the top. Now, if you talk about programmatic media buying tools, we have Google Display and Video 360. This one helps marketers run programmatic ads across multiple channels like display, video, and connected TV. Analytics tools like Google Analytics, they track, or this one tracks website and app performance. When you say app performance, this refers to both website and smartphone app performance. This helps marketers understand user behavior and improve content strategies. Last but not least, we have content management tools like Hootsuite, which is a social media management tool. It schedules, posts, tracks engagement, and monitors brand mentions across social platforms. Now, don't worry about these tools, by the way, because you need the help of experts for this. Experts who have been trained to use these tools and who will offer services to businesses or companies out there in tracking the performance of their company in terms of the reach of their brand messages, perhaps the responses of consumers when it comes to buying or availing of their products or services, and most especially, where are they at this time or at this point within the market? Are they leading the market, or are they somewhere in the middle, or probably, at the last? And they need help for that. So these are just few of the many technologies that are out there that you can use or utilize if you have the know-how or the skills to use them. But in most cases, businesses or companies need or hire experts to help them use these tools or to provide them data by using these tools. So, in summary, if you look into these 5 components and see where they are actually placed in the IMC planning process, it would look like this. The IMC planning process is like building a blueprint for a successful campaign. So it starts first with the marketing campaign, okay? Gathering insights from the market, customers, and competitors to shape strategy. So market research is done first. This is the first phase of the IMC planning process. And then what follows is the budget discussion or budget allocation. This is where the company decides how resources will be allocated across different activities. From there, research requirements help identify what data is needed to understand the target audience and market trends. Now, these three, by the way, happen to be the foundation of the IMC planning process. Once these three, the foundation, is set, we move to strategic directions. So we now go to the strategic planning phase. Here, the company, with the help of resources, will craft a clear approach to achieve marketing objectives. This leads to agency meetings. This is now where business owners, company CEOs will meet with agencies, depending on the type of needs or concerns they want to resolve. And they collaborate with these agencies to align creative ideas with media strategies, of course. And suppliers will also come in. So the components are now going to come into the picture and help the company strategically execute the plan that has been set during the foundational phases of the IMC planning process. So after that, we come to recommendations, which is where the IMC plan that has been proposed will be finalized. But in between these two phases, by the way, these two phases, let me just clarify this one. There is the so-called revisions and approval, okay? And when you say revisions and approval, this is where the agencies that have collaborated with the company, okay, before the plan recommendations will have to return to the CEO or the business owner and have their plan checked so that the CEO or the owner can see to it that what the agency has actually planned for them aligns with the needs or the concerns of the company or the business, and the CEO has to check this before giving it green light. So after further revisions and approval, and both the CEO and the agency have come to an agreement and the plan has been polished, this is now where the launching takes place. And of course, both will be looking forward to an impactful launch. So in other words, each of these steps, by the way, of the integrated marketing communications planning process builds on the other. And with this particular direction, it creates a powerful integrated marketing strategy designed for success. So, in summary, IMC is a powerful strategy that unites various marketing functions into one seamless, persuasive message. And by integrating advertisers, agencies, media suppliers, and technology, businesses can create campaigns that engage and influence their audience more effectively. And of course, with a structured planning process, companies ensure their marketing efforts are strategic, efficient, and successful. Thank you for joining me in this session, and I hope that you have picked up so many important pointers or gained insights that would now help you and your team decide really well on what to put into your IMC portfolio, or your IMC plan. I hope at this point you now have a clearer understanding of the IMC industry structure, most importantly. If you have any questions about this, feel free to ask me during our face to face sessions next week and discuss how you can apply these components of the IMC industry structure to real world marketing, especially with your IMC planning. Take good care of yourselves and God bless.